Yo, what's going on YouTube? Back at you guys with another video, but this time I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on a full day of eating. So this is going to be meal number 1. So I have 4 eggs, whole eggs, and then in here is about 4 grams of ground sirloin that I'm going to be combining with my eggs. Then if we move over here, I got the old-fashioned oats. I usually do a cup and a half, depending on if it's a high carb or low carb day. So today we'll be doing a cup and a half. Then, before I even eat, I go ahead and have my servings of RPG, so that way all of the nutrients properly disposes to all of my muscles that need repairing, because I did leg day last night, so I'm really going to need all of this shit to go into my legs and not right here. So we're just going to start off 5 capsules per serving, and you can only they only want you doing 2 servings per day. So let me get my water. Of course, there's no water. Edit that out maybe. But 5 capsules. So usually whenever you're having a high carb meal, in this instance it's this one, slow digesting carbs such as oats. So go ahead and take this now, and then I'll probably have my next serving of RPG, my second and final serving of RPG, after my post-workout meal. So and that's it. Alright guys, so we pretty much have everything already completely done. So here is my 4 ounces of ground sirloin with my 4 whole eggs. And then this is my half cup of oats. And with this, I'm going to be having approximately 100 grams of mixed berries. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in there. And sweet drops. So I usually go ahead and put about just like half a tablespoon of that over the oatmeal, and it really enhances the taste. Also, with my ground sirloin and eggs, I'll show you guys the sauce I like to use. I like to use this GQ sugar-free, fat-free, sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Only 10 calories per 2 tablespoons, and like the macros on it are like crazy. They're really good. And just because I really like spicy food, I go ahead and drizzle a little bit of sriracha on here as well. So yeah. And yeah guys, that pretty much will conclude my first meal of the day. And I'll go ahead and see you guys again for meal number 2. Alright, what's going on everybody? Back at you guys with meal number 2, and this is going to be my pre-workout meal. So as you can see, these are just pre-cooked turkey burger patties. So I'm going to be having 1.5 of those, and then I usually always pre-cook my rice. As you can see, I'm running low on that, but usually I'll do a cup of rice, and then I'll do one and 1/2 of the turkey burgers, and that is a sufficient amount of fat, a good amount of carbs, and then a nice amount of protein to go ahead and sustain me for my workout. And then usually an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes after that, I'll go ahead and head on over to the gym, and then I'll get my workout in. So I usually always typically wait an hour and 30, hour 45 minutes after my pre-workout meal to go over to the gym. But yeah guys, nothing too special here. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. See, this is the messed up process of pre-cooking rice, because then it'll all clump together. So make sure we get on the dot a cup, so I don't want to be over any. So that should be good. So that's going to be a cup. And then I'm going to go ahead and Now, whenever you are dealing with like prepackaged like food like this, like turkey burgers or anything else, you always run the risk of it not being the serving size that it is. So we can obviously see that this turkey burger is smaller than these two. So I can pretty much guess that this is going to be 4 ounces, and that'll probably run somewhere around 3.7, 3.6 ounces. So what I'll do, go ahead and grab this, and then just go ahead and cut half. So this pre-workout meal is nothing fancy, nothing special, nothing gourmet, but it's effective, and that's really what we're going for on this. So just go ahead and cut this up. The only thing about turkey burgers is sometimes, like, cutting them up is just such a pain in the ass, dude. Like, I swear. Sometimes you just try to get through it and piece it up, but it's just like it fights you the whole way. So it's just like, dude, like right now, it's fighting me. So alright, that's good enough. So the 2 sauces I use again for this are the sugar-free, fat-free barbecue sauce, sweet and spicy, which I'm actually running low on, and then sriracha. So I don't go crazy on the season, not the seasonings, but the sauces, condiments. I just do, you know, a decent amount. I don't overflow the food with it. Like, I'm not trying to wash it down with any sort of flavor. So, see? And that's pretty much just my pre-workout meal. Now, depending if it's a low-carb day or not, I'll obviously go ahead and rearrange the carbs. So maybe I'll go ahead and do like half a cup of rice, and then I'll go ahead and put the carbs to good use on another meal. Or sometimes if I'm ever getting bored of like ground turkey patties, I'll go ahead and go to ground sirloin. And sometimes it's even good, even in the off season, to always incorporate fish, because sometimes you just get so tired of chicken or even ground turkey or like bison or ground beef. It's just always try to make sure your food is edible and you can just always get through it. But alright guys, so this is meal number 2 going down, as well as my pre-workout meal. So yeah guys, I'll take you guys through my meal number 3, which is going to be my post-workout meal, in a little bit. So what's going on, everybody? Back at you for meal number 3, which is my post-workout meal. Just wrapped up a killer arm day. So yeah, this meal I'm actually very excited to eat. Unlike pretty much every other meal that I'm eating now, because for this meal we have glorious sushi. So my mom went out to a sushi joint and she bagged me some sushi for my post-workout. So I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but first I'm gonna go ahead and take my RPG 5 capsules before I go ahead and smash that sushi. It's clean, depending if you just get the just raw stuff. You don't get anything cooked. Don't get any of those specialty rolls, any of that junk. So sushi is really good. It's a really great bodybuilding food. You know, you go out and get just some salmon nigiri, some spicy salmon, and it's really clean. You know, it's just rice and fish. I mean, nothing cooked. And the great thing about it is what a lot of people really don't know about sushi, or just fish in general. Whenever you cook protein, it breaks it down to where the protein for like a muscle repair isn't as useful as it would be if it was just raw. So that's something very beneficial about sushi. And I really love sushi, but like the problem is with sushi, I eat a lot of it, so sushi can be quite expensive. So when you eat a lot of it, it is kind of a deterrent to not always buy it. But yeah, always love having it, and I really love having it after a workout. So All right, and that is the RPG down. So, all right, guys, that is meal number 3. So we have 2 more meals to go. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the sushi, and I'll be back at you guys with meal number 4 in about 2 hours. So what's going on, guys? Back at you guys for meal number 4, and this is gonna be the second to last meal that I have for today. So today, since it's a usual regularly high carb day, tomorrow my days off, or my low carb days, are tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and then Sunday. So today being Tuesday, it's a regular high carb day. So I'm gonna go ahead and be having this is a full box of pastaroni, butter and garlic, and then in it is so it's going to be 6 ounces of the lean ground turkey burger, 70% lean, and I mean, it's got a decent amount of fat. This whole portion roughly has around about like 20 grams of fat, 187 grams of carbs, and then 65 grams of protein, I believe. 65. So yeah, so a little bit of everything in this meal. I really like this meal. This is one of the meals I predominantly look forward to because I find the pastaroni to just be such a, just a heaven sent from all the rice, bro. The rice, trust me. Anyone who knows chicken and rice, fish and rice, even sometimes ground beef, ground turkey and rice, is just like when you're eating it all the time, even if you are putting, like my barbecue sauce or the sriracha on it, it can be a little taxing and you can get bored of it for quite a while. So it's always nice to mix things up. I would suggest, if you are ever having like multiple meals, to break it up, have like your pre-workout meal or your second meal of the day be a rice and chicken meal, but then your next meal, have it be something a little bit different, like maybe some rice noodles, and then some lean ground chicken or something like that. So always good to spice things up, keep it interesting, and never get boring with it. So, and all right, guys, so this, what you are looking at right now, is my 5th and final meal of the day. So we're just going to be having 1 scoop of that MRE light protein from Redcon 1. We're going to be having 8 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And yeah, so that is a very fairly simple and easy to get down last meal of the night. Alright guys, I was going to go ahead and conclude my full day of eating. If you guys did like what you saw here, please consider subscribing, as well as checking me out on all my social media down below in the description box. Until next time, guys, see ya.